Well, hello and welcome to your January's numerology here at Readings at the Round Table. I'm Jennifer. This is Mouse. It does sort of look like I have an extension right here. It's Mouse's tail. I know. Mouse is on a little bit of a restriction, although we're going to call it a Christmas vacation because I'm not letting him out for a couple of days. So Mouse is my most feral kitty. He will come to me. He won't come to anybody else. I know a lot of you that watch my videos have seen Mouse a lot, but he is the cat that does like to go outside, and he demands it, quite frankly. But he is still quite feral. I mean, he really is. So he was outside. He got kind of clawed up. I don't know who he fought with. I thought I knew most of the strays in the area because, at one time or another, I've taken care of them. But so he's in right now. But he doesn't seem mad about it, which is an unusual thing for him because usually he's demanding to go outside, but he's not. So it's fine. We're gonna work through that. But he is a good boy. All right, so January 2025. I love this energy that we are stepping into in January 2025. It's a 9-year, and the first day, obviously, we have New Year's Day on January 1st, but the first day is not just like New Year's Day. We are coming off of the energy of the second new moon in December on December 30th. This is a lot of energy. It's very intense. It's called a black moon in, pagan, Wiccan, metaphysical circles. It's a black moon, not unlike the 2 full moons in a month is called a blue moon. So this is very powerful energy. And I love that we are experiencing that energy literally. It's less than 48 hours before we hit that New Year's Day, energy and the vibration of a 9-year. So I really love that. New moon in Capricorn on December 30th. I may do like a short video just like discussing that energy and how powerful it is, and that you really should take advantage of it on December 30th. So again, on the 1st of January, we obviously have New Year's Day. On the 2nd of January, we have Hanukkah ending, and we have Venus moving into Pisces. And Venus likes being in water signs. Venus really likes being in Pisces. On the 6th, we have Mars moving into Cancer. He is retrograding. So Mars retrogrades from Leo into Cancer on the 6th. On the 8th, we have Mercury moving into Capricorn. This is a quick trip here for Mercury because Mercury had retrograded into Sag when Mercury was retrograde. So now Mercury has gone back into Capricorn on the 8th. On the 12th of January, we have North Node moving into Pisces, which means South Node is moving into Virgo. So for those of you with a lot of Pisces or Virgo placements, this is a big deal. It really is. And I'm going to go into detail about this on other videos. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it here because this is just an overview for the numerology for the month. But if you have a lot of Pisces or Virgo placements, this next 18 months, 2 years is going to be a lot. Just FYI. So then on the 13th, we have a full moon in Cancer that hits its peak at 5:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want to remind you guys again, I'm on the East Coast of the U.S., so everything is Eastern Standard Time to me. On the 19th, we have the sun moving into Aquarius. Oh my gosh, I love me some Aquarians. I mean, when I see that an Aquarian, one of my clients that's an Aquarian is called, I will be like bend over backwards going, oh my gosh, let me get them scheduled in as soon as I can because I just got to know. I got to know what's going on. And you guys deliver your messages to me with just sarcasm and just such great wit. I love it. Y'all know who you are. And just so you know, I will run to that phone and be like, I got to get them in. I got to work them into the schedule. Yeah, it's awesome. All right. So on the 27th, I told you Mercury was making a quick trip through Capricorn because Mercury moves into Aquarius on the 27th, joining Pluto and the Sun. It's a party in Aquarius, let me tell you. Because on the 29th, we have a new moon in Aquarius, and that hits its peak at 7:36 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's also the Lunar New Year. So this is the beginning of the year of the snake. Yeah. I also have a video of that coming out. Very excited about it because, you know, the snake sheds its skin and we're moving into this 9-year. So excited. Awesome, awesome energy. Okay, and on the 30th, one last thing before we leave January, Uranus goes direct in Taurus. I know. So we're like getting, kind of working out the last of these retrograde energies. We're not done yet, but we're working them out. Yeah, so it's good. All right, so we end the month of January with 5 planets with North Node in water, 4 with the Sun in air, and 2 with South Node in Earth. So when I say with South Node and with North Node, they're not technically planets, but I'm including them in that lineup. So we have 5 in water, 4 in air, 2 in earth, and 0 in fire. I did say that right. Water, air, earth. Yeah, 0 in fire. So we don't have anything in fire right now. So for everyone that has a lot of placements in their chart in fire or has a lot of fire signs in their chart, this could be like some of your downtime. You may have to lean in on some of your other elements. That really is, it stands true for me because my chart is pretty well like even through earth, air, and fire. And a little bit in water, but I have a lot of past life in water, so, you know, whatever. But the thing is, like, if you have a lot of fire in your chart, if there's a lot of fire energy around you, you're going to have to, like, bring in your own energy. You really are, because it's not out there, like, giving to you at this time. But that's okay. Everything changes. Everything has a season. Just hang on. It'll get better. So let's see what your individual numerology is for this amazing first month of 2025 in this 9-year. I mean, I'm really looking forward to it. Let's see what checks out here for y'all. And by the way, Happy New Year. Oh my gosh, totally forgot to tell you what the crystal is for the month of January. I even wore this amethysty sort of colored shirt to remind myself to do it because it is amethyst. So I picked this stone, I like drew it, but at first I was just like, meditation, like I'm not really getting it. But I did get it because we have a lot of releasing that's going on in 2025. And I think that setting the tone for it in January is going to be important. So I have a lot of rough amethyst. I don't have that much of like really polished amethyst. The one that I would say I use like all the time is my pendulum amethyst. I think most people, I say most people, it may just be me. I prefer the rough amethyst and I also prefer the darker purple, but it doesn't mean that, you know, it's not useful in other ways and other colors, but this is one that I wear all the time. So this is like my favorite. Got 2 different kinds of amethyst in there. And the beads on this, the beads on the necklace part are also amethyst. Do you see how light they are? That is an amethyst. I had to double check. I made sure that it is amethyst. So, you know, come at me. But the amethyst does come in a very light purple as well as a very dark purple. I do prefer the rough amethyst. I had some tumbled or polished amethyst and I sold them. So I guess everybody knew that I was going to be choosing this. No, I'm just kidding. But I just wanted to read to you a little bit about the amethyst. This is going to be the crystal of January 2025. I mean, you know, that's an arbitrary thing, but I did choose it. Hello, Mercury. All right. The crystal color of the amethyst, and of course I'm using the crystal reading cards, God, come on, the Healing Oracle crystal reading cards by Rachelle, Charman. I love these. Amethyst is for meditation. It comes in various shades of translucent purple, and it is related to the chakra for the third eye. This beautiful crystal is the master stone of meditation. It balances the right and left hemispheres of the brain, allowing you to drop into a deep state of trance and relaxation. The medicine of the amethyst assists in healing and transforming addictions relating to painful, suppressed emotions, and is an overall healing crystal on all levels. Invite this tranquil stone into your sacred meditations and receive its wonderful blessings. Open and allow yourself to float into the blissful essence of the amethyst. It's a powerful overall healing crystal, working and assisting on all levels, overcomes addictions, bringing awareness, healing, and dissolving old patterns. That is definitely a 2025 thing. Opens you to your psychic abilities, assists wonderfully in dream recall, and aids in anxiety and stress relief. I'm very excited about this. I'm very excited about like this stone for 2025, for January of 2025, like starting it out this way. I love this. Just wanted to let you know. I'm very sorry that I like forgot to do the stone. I mean, you know, I do stuff like this all the time. Just like, you know, you start to do stuff and you forget. Yeah. So, it's going to be okay. All right, now let's see what your individual numerology is. I promise I will not interrupt this progression again. Hello, Life Path 8. Are you ready for January? I think Mouse is. I'm not 100%, but have you ever had a staring contest with a cat? It's very entertaining. All right, Life Path 8. You are definitely doubling down on some great energy this month. So we are essentially leaving the 44-8 year of 2024 and moving into a 9 year. But more than that, you are entering into a 9 month. So you not only have the energy of the 9 year, but you also have that same vibration in your personal month. So Life Path 8, you have a 9 month in January entering into a 9 year. I think that is wonderful. I think that is just so great. And it's fantastic that you get to embrace that you get to really just like, again, double down on the energy of the 9 in January. So, the mantra of the 9 is, I embody the flow of this moment with courage to change. And I do think that this is this is going to be super fantastic for you. 9, of course, is all about transition and completion and releasing. It's a time of cleaning house, removing spiritual and physical clutter. It's a time of just saying, you know what, we gotta be smart about this. We gotta really use our heads and be logical instead of just being all emotional about it. And I think that really does sing to you. I do. I think that is like right up your alley. It does sort of like speak to you because you're just like, it's not that I want to be overly emotional. You are like, I mean, you're definitely, I would say, an emotional life path, but you're not overly emotional. You're definitely more introverted emotional. That's a good way to put it. And depending on, of course, your sun and rising sign, we'll just throw the moon in there too. I mean, it really does depend on that. I would say somebody with a Scorpio moon probably is a lot more emotional, especially introvertedly. This is definitely, the 9 vibration is definitely a time of moving forwards. Is taking the next step with courage and just going, okay, all right, I can do this. The thing is about moving forward or moving into a time of change is you have to let go of something else. In order to enter another room, you have to leave first, right? You have to leave one room first in order to enter into a new room. That's why I think that this is a time to be logical. It's a time to be very generous. Yeah, generous, philanthropic. It's definitely a time of giving, but it's also making sure that you're giving to yourself. Isn't that right, Mouse? Oh, goodness. I know. He's just so much fun today. This is definitely having those endings that will lead to new beginnings. But in order to have that new beginning, you got to sift through the clutter. You got to clean house, physical, spiritual, mental, emotional. It's time. It's time to unpack that baggage. Making that completion, making that transition into something new, some really great energy. I think that this could be a really dynamic time for you. It really could. The lesson of the 9 is to recognize the patterns and let them go when they are no longer serving our well-being. That works, right? Because your mantra and your life path is, I embrace the power within me while honoring the divinity in others. So you can already see like that you're a powerful being, but so is like your best friend, your neighbor, your spouse, like your cousin on your mom's side, whatever. You can already see that, right? So now you need to look at like your patterns, your behaviors, the things that you're carrying around. What is it that you need to let go of? See if they have divinity. Yeah. Is it a relationship? Is it a job? Is it a hobby? I don't think there's really anything bad with hobbies. Unless your hobbies are slamming people online. We don't want to go there, right? I mean, there's a lot of things there's a lot of things out there that we can unpack and leave behind. There really is. I mean, I personally am very guilty of that. Yeah, of holding on to stuff. And the thing is, one of your shadow sides is responsibility. Taking on extra responsibility. Not just like paying your bills responsible, taking care of your family. That's normal responsibility. I'm talking about like taking on extra responsibility that's not yours. Being responsible for other people's emotions, being responsible for other people's choices. No, that's not where we need to be. It's not. And that is part of your shadow side. The shadow effects of the 9 are fear of change, fighting change, being impulsive and moody. So this can sort of slide in here to each other, especially if you are really attached to material stuff. And we all are on some level, but overly attached to the material and not spending enough time in the spiritual can have like some negative effects on us. Yeah. So I love this month for you. I really do. Remember, this is a time of rebirth. This is a time of transition and completion. And I feel like this is really getting you solidly into the energy of the whole year. And I think that this is fantastic. I do. I think that this is like a great time for you to just look around and be like, I got some pretty good choices. You do. You do. Okay, you may not like all of them, but You got some good choices. You do. All right, I am pulling from, I'm trying to like not disturb mouse. I'm pulling from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck and Moonology Oracle card deck that I usually pull from. But if you're new here, I usually introduce these cards in the introduction part of the video. And I forgot today. Like I almost forgot to do the crystal of the month. I mean, it's still relatively new, but I've been doing it since October. So anyway, let's see what cards I can pull for you from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. I know, Mouse. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, he's happy. Ooh. Aria Cura, blossoming. You're just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process, and do not give up. Have patience with the process and do not give up. I love that. Courage to change. Yeah, you are just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process. Do not give up. That's so good. That's so good. I would say patience is going to be a virtue for all of us that we need to embrace in 2025. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited about this. I know, but there's not any numbers that I don't like. I mean, there really isn't. So, ooh. New moon in Capricorn. Come on, Canon. There we go. New moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. Now, that's interesting because the new moon in Capricorn is this super powerful energy that is taking us into 2025. We have this amazing, amazing second new moon in December. And December 30th is when we have the new moon in Capricorn, and it is really powerful and awesome. So you should definitely hit your little red wagon to that energy and enter into this 9-year. Your hard work is paying off. Love that. Okay, first and foremost, this card suggests a new start for you professionally. Ooh, that's awesome. Whatever has been going on in your working life, this card heralds the start of a new and improved work cycle. If you're unhappy in your current job, this is the time to either renegotiate your position or look for something new. Whatever your question, whether work-related or otherwise, a new plan and strategy is called for. You need to take a look at the long term and think about where you want to be in 12 months or even in 5 years. That will inform your best course of action now, so think seriously about it. Drawing this card suggests it's time for you to be ambitious about whatever it is that you want to achieve. Make a proper plan and execute it well. And you know, that's what you're all about, is ambition. I mean, it's one of the things. It's ambition, it's karma, inspiration, power. I love this for you. I do. Make a proper plan and execute it well. All right, Life Path 8. I think we're off to a really, really great start in 2025. On that note, I hope you have a fantastic and awesome, awesome New Year's and a super, super amazing January. And until we see each other again, get out there and make your magic. Bye.